Hello and good evening. I wanted to share a video with you that I actually recorded probably like about 2 years ago that just shows kind of how you can see God in the so-called coincidences of life. The reason why I even recorded it was not necessarily to share it, but because I started having so many of these occurrences happen, I was like, I'm going to start recording this stuff. And now that I actually do have a channel to share with people when I'm witnessing one-on-one, because people have been asking me for the last 3 to 4 years, do you have a channel? And I keep telling them no. Well, I finally got the courage, I guess, to go ahead and set up a channel. So anyways, watch this video about coincidence and hopefully it just leaves you feeling a little differently about the so-called coincidences in your life. Okay, so this is a good example of how God talks to me. Well, me and somebody I'm related to were talking about um, how we're created with free will, and that how we can choose to either be on God's side or not. And I basically said, well, what if I were God? And I made a bunch of little clay figures and I said, you're going to do whatever I want, whenever I want, and you're just going to worship me and love me no matter what, and you have no free will. So, well, that's not how we're created. And in talking about this, I was also handed a box of spikenard oil. And then, like, I was handed another container that had, like, sand from Bethlehem and olive oil and all this kinds of stuff. So I was looking at it all, and it kind of put my mind in the frame of the Middle East. And because I was thinking about the whole love thing, too, and having free will, it brought to mind basically the story from Aladdin. And I was like, hey, check it out. You know, we have these stories that kind of like exist somewhere universally in our soul that, you know, you can't make people love you or anything. And that's precisely one of the things that in the story of Aladdin that he was told by the genie, you can have 3 wishes or whatever you want, but you can't make people fall in love with you. You know, people still have free will. And as I was mentioning this, they went ahead and they just started like sorting through a box that they hadn't been in for a long time. And as they were going through art supplies and other stuff that was in there, all of a sudden in the very bottom of this box, there was this lamp. And they're like, no way, that's so crazy. And I was really shocked about it too. And then she was like, I bet you if I turn it upside down, it says Aladdin's lamp or something on it. And she turned it upside down and it says, I don't know if you can see that. What does it say, right? Oh, here we go. It says Aladdin's lamp. Now, that's really strange because unless someone or something totally knew what you were going to be thinking and saying at a specific time in your life, could they have decided that they would just set a bunch of events into motion to make sure that this little lamp would end up at the bottom of that box, and that as we were talking and I specifically mentioned Aladdin's lamp, that, oh, okay, well, they're just going to go ahead and go look in that box now and grab out the lamp. Like, I mean, how wild is that? That's so wild. Now, this is one of the ways God talks to me and letting me know that, like, it's confirmation. Yeah, confirmation of just kind of like,
I'm in control. I'm here.
yeah, that he hears his people, that he's in control, he knows what's going on. And yeah, that, you know, confirmation of, you know, of a lot of things, that he knows what's going on, that he's in control of everything, and that maybe what you're saying is right, and that he's literally just heard what you said.
It's a Godwink.
For real, yes. It's just like the title of that book called Godwink. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to get this on record because this is one of those crazy things that, like, yeah, and it's been happening to me a little bit more often lately. So now I kind of want to record these happenings because this really is truly random, and I straight up have 2 witnesses to this. This is not something that was just made up. So I felt I needed to make this video.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember, I was looking. I just pulled that little cup out, and I was like, okay, and that was in the bottom of the cup.
Yes. Okay. And then check this out. This is part 2 within a matter of 5 minutes of each other. This is a little like a resin heart that has an angel in it, and we were literally just talking about free will, love, and basically where angels sit on this as well. So here we go. This is part 2 of it. This is in the same box. In the bottom of a cup was this. Also, something we were talking about. So can't really tell me that everything's just a coincidence. Everything is just an accident.
That means